Well, bet you weren't expecting this. Oh my god, This one's gonna be a bit of a long video, I think. I have things I want to talk about. Also, I've messed around with my mic settings. I hope background noise doesn't get picked up as easily. Wow, look at me. You might be wondering, oh Juzo, did you do the Castlevania thing? Like you said you would? Guys, I'm hanging up the towel. I'm hanging up the towel with the Castlevania idea. I'll be so honest with you right now. I'm hanging up the idea of Castlevania Dominus without dying. Okay, I think we need to talk about this a bit in more context before I get into why. So I want you guys to just be aware that I have played Castlevania Dominus collection for like 20 to 30 hours now. In just a few days. The Dominus collection is my most played collection. It even passed Advanced Collection, which has my favorite Castlevania of all time, Aria of Sorrow. I have played the Dominus collection. I replayed all three of the games for this challenge in mind. In 2 days, I replayed all three games in 2 days. And I spent like 22 hours altogether playing the games through in 2 days. I spent 22 hours, 12 hours straight on a daily basis to play those games and understand them again. I was really mentally drained, and I have been really mentally drained because I still have my own health issues I need to keep in check. I have hospital visits, other things, and I'm just stressed overall. And then I have decided to, you know what would be a good idea? Fuck it, let's add another thing to my pile of things I want to worry about. So, fast forward to today. By the way, when I replayed those games, I usually use save states. I didn't use any save states. And I beat all of the games deathless. All three games deathless when just replaying them. Back to back to back. 0 deaths at all when playing those games during practice, okay? Fast forward to today. I hit up recording. I messed around with my mic settings like I did now with I turned up my noise gate and all of these things. So I'm hoping that background noise doesn't get picked up as easily as it normally used to. But I changed my mic settings, turn up recording, say the usual intro. Today we're playing Castlevania Dominus Collection, deathless all the way through. And fast forward to Portrait of Ruin, which is the game that I started with, because I personally had the most trouble with that game when I practiced them. So in the video I said, I'm doing Portrait, I'm doing Order, and I'm doing Dawn of Sorrow. That's my game order. So, fast forward like an hour into Portrait. I'm slowly starting to realize what type of shit I've gotten myself into. Because it finally hit me that a singular mistake where I die will equal for me to reset the entire thing. All the way from the beginning. Now, because I was still playing Portrait and I was very early on in the game, I didn't think much of it. I was just do. Oh, look at this! I love playing Portrait of Ruin. It's so much fun. What a great game. Because I was enjoying it. I was seriously having a good time. I enjoyed playing Portrait of Ruin again. And around halfway through the recording, like 2 hours in, I think about it for a moment, and I'm like, this is going awkwardly smooth. I'm playing pretty good. Like, no issues. I took a bit of a break, pausing the recording, just going to get water and eating, because I was starting to feel really sick and my throat was burning up. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna say, then I'm gonna pause the recording, gonna get water, gonna use the bathroom, just calm down a bit and continue. And I get back, continue playing, like nothing's wrong, and go forward a bit. I'm fighting Richter to get the vampire killer, right? I'm getting vampire killer because you need to get it. You need to get the sanctuary to heal the two sisters and then do the 4 paintings. So I go get the whip that you can get from the sisters, then they help you get it. So I go fight Richter. I almost lose. I almost fuck up the run, like close to 3 hours in. And that's when it hit me on the noggin that I almost just lost close to 3 hours of worth of progress, and I would have to start it again. Now mind you, the whole reason why I'm even doing that to myself, like playing Castlevania this much, is that I can prove to myself that I can be good at something. That's my only reason, was to just say that, hey, I am good at this, I'm good at something, and I feel proud of myself. I just wanted to have that feeling. That was the only reason I even started that idea of doing deathless Castlevania. Was just so that I could feel good about myself. Because I already have very little confidence in just my own skill in games or whatever I do during my free time. I have very, very little faith in myself. So I beat Richter, I get the vampire killer, I go through the paintings, I beat Braum, or the boss, Braum, whatever his name is. I beat the boss, I get to Death and Dracula, barely beat them, and I beat the game in 3.5 hours, compared to my practice time, which was almost 5 hours played. I cut off over an hour from my playtime just by learning the game again. So now, me, rocking off my high horse, already mentally drained, extremely mentally drained, because I slept really badly. I say on the recording, I'm gonna cut the recording here, I'm gonna go eat, and I'm gonna start Order of Ecclesia. So, I stop the recording, I look at the file size, for 3.5 hours, mind you, of gameplay. It's 5 gigabytes. I realized, oh fuck, I'm screwed. Because a lot of you guys don't know this. Because I've never been too public about it, except for when I used the built-in Windows editor. Back when that was a thing, before they removed it. I used to edit my videos with the built-in Windows editor. Because I liked it. It was easily accessible, it was really good, and I got used to it. I seriously enjoyed using it. And then when they removed it, I just said fuck it, I'm not editing videos anymore then. If they don't want me to do it, I'm not gonna do it. Because the whatever clip champ or whatever they started using on it, I didn't like it. And it was just building up useless space every time you used it. For like a cache file or something. It was just piling up space over and over again. So I just said, I'm not editing anymore then. I'm done with editing. It didn't really matter too much because I don't like editing too much anyway. So I was fine with putting the gloves down and just saying that hey, I'm not gonna edit. But because this is a pretty big video, with easily over 10 hours worth of content, I kinda have to edit it. So, because I started to use a browser editor of the clipchamp editor that like is built into Windows, but the difference with the browser one is that it doesn't build up cache files, which makes it so much easier for me to use. Because there won't be worthless piles of just cache files stuck to my computer, sucking up space. Like, I have edited every single video that you have seen me edit in somewhat recent times has been online. Guilty Gear and all the other videos that I've edited, like Guilty Gear, etc, etc. All of that was made on an online editor. I am not even joking. I seriously use it. Because I don't know what's good to edit with. I seriously don't know what's good to edit with. So... when I realized that this file is pretty big to even upload, and because my internet is really bad for uploading, I came to the realization that this is gonna be like a week-long process to just even edit. Let alone then upload like a 3-hour video. Because I'm gonna have 10 hours worth of content where I just run around the fucking map. And no one wants to see that. So I took a pretty big mental hit just from that thought alone when I realized just how much work I will have to put into this. Well, when I'm like already dealing with so much different stuff. Just overall in my life, like actual health related things. And then I eat, watch a bit of YouTube, and I'm like, okay. Let me boot up the recording. Gonna play Order of Ecclesia now. Let's get this done, and then keep going. I'm just gonna push on, and I'm gonna let future me deal with the problem. Right. So, I get to Order of Ecclesia. I have 2 mental breakdowns on the recording about this, because I started to rant about this exact topic of editing and uploading. I have 2 mental breakdowns with recording, where I then just said that I don't give a fuck what I say on this recording, because I'm gonna cut most of it off anyway. Like, you wouldn't see me have a mental breakdown on the recording. So, I have 2 of those mid-recording, and then the unthinkable happened. I beat the 2 bosses that I feared the most in Order of Ecclesia. So casually, without issues. And then I get to Man-Eater in the Skeleton Cave area of the game, which is like halfway-ish through the game. And I die. I die to Man-Eater. I look at my recording, Been recording for almost 2 hours. I start cursing a bit in my mind, then I calm down, and I realize there's no way I'm gonna do this. I just lost like 4 to 5 hours worth of gameplay. Because I died once. Because I would stick true to my words, even though I cut my recordings, or pause my recordings, I would stick true to my words that I will reset the entire line of games that I have. So I just realized that there's no way. Like, I just lost 5 hours down the drain, just like that. Because I got a bit careless and lost to a boss. Even though, in practice, when I was just replaying the game, everything went smooth, everything went well, I had no issues. But then, in actual runs, all of that was thrown out the window, and I failed. Looked at myself for a moment, thought about it. Just, even though I deleted the recording, I just said, fuck it, I'm not doing this anymore. Because if this keeps happening, if I keep messing up, there is no way I can stay healthy-minded through this when I'm already having so many other things in life to worry about. Like, I am not mentally there to start whacking my own mental health again. Like, I started to compare this to when I played Holocure. To those who don't know, it's just like a Vampire Survivors type of game about VTubers, free on Steam. And I spent 120 hours in 2 weeks 100%ing that game. And it was the most mentally draining thing ever. Because I was so set on just getting it done. I had moments where I just didn't talk with people for like multiple days straight, multiple hours straight. I even cried once when I started to talk with a person again. Because I was so emotionally drained by everything and mentally drained. And I thought to myself that there is no way I'm putting myself through this again. Like, this is so unhealthy that I am not taking care of myself. Like, I don't care about how I am feeling anymore. I came to the realization that I am just throwing myself at things that are so far out of my reach, skill and mental wise, that I can't go through this again. I don't want to push myself through this again, because it is so extremely unhealthy. Because I know that it's not gonna go well. You know? And I deleted the Order of Ecclesia recording. Said fuck it. I'm tired. I'm mentally exhausted. I don't want to put myself through another one of those moments where I just get so careless about my own self, where I just throw myself at things and don't care anymore. I came to the realization that I need to just try to care for myself too. Sometimes, even just sometimes, not always, just sometimes I need it. And I thought about it for a moment, and I deleted the Order of Ecclesia recording. And then I deleted the Portrait of Ruin recording, and I said, putting the controller down. Gonna try this some other day. Not this time. I will most definitely return to this idea that I've had of playing this game. I will most definitely return, but the amount of mental drain that I would be putting myself through, I'm not willing to go through that again. Like, the few friends I talk with during the Holocure 100% achievements that I just did on my own time, by the way, I didn't even do it for a video. I did it just because I wanted to. And the only reason it is a video is because I wanted to talk about my journey with it, because of how mentally draining it was. That is the only reason it even became a video on my channel, where I talk about it. Like, I just realized that I can't handle this again. I just physically cannot go through this again. I will mentally break myself completely if I do it again. So after like 22 hours of playing Castlevania for 2 days straight, and then another 5 hours just trying to do a run, I lose it all, shove all the recordings down my fucking trash can's throat, and say, I'm done. I'm done. And I'm honestly disappointed in myself. I really am. It really hurts that something I was so dead set on accomplishing, something I wanted to be proud of, something I wanted to do, is so far out of my fucking reach. Because I'm not willing to put myself through another mental bash towards myself. I'm not willing to make my mental worse. So I just called it. I will return to it. I'm not like putting down the gloves forever with this idea. I will definitely return to this idea again. It's not like I'm fully given up hope, because I know I can do it, since I did the practice runs deathless. I did all of the games deathless in practice. But just for now, it's so far out of my reach that I don't really want to go through it. I really don't. So I leave in disappointment. I accept my loss. And someday I will try again. With a better mental. And it's overall a better time. But for now, it seriously is just a bit too much for me to take. And it hurts to realize that, because like I said, it's something I want to do. I wanna try to do this. I need to do this. And I was willing to risk so much of myself to just push on and be done with it. But after those 5 hours I lost in just a moment, like an instant moment, I lost those 5 hours. I realized that I'm just not made up for this. Like, it seriously is so far out of my reach that I'm not doing it. I need to practice more. I'd have to play the games more, just so I could learn them again, like in a proper manner. And as for now, I just don't have it in me. I just don't. I wanna go back to Stardew Valley. I wanna go back to sleeping longer and just enjoying my time with people. You know? it is very draining, you know? You see all these videos of like people doing deathless runs and probably for sure have thought to yourself every once in a while that, hey, I could probably do this. You know, I could probably do a deathless run. It can't be that bad, it can't be that difficult. Wow, I've seen people do this so easily. But what they don't show you is the process that goes into it, you know? Like, a video is a whole different thing than like a stream or just offline playing. There was one moment, especially with this type of content. To those who don't know, I think it was like, was it Bug or something? Well, I might be mispronouncing his name, but a very big name in the Resident Evil community. A very, very big name. I remember watching a video of him talking about like, there was this Resident Evil challenge, quote-unquote challenge runner. He was just basically cheating in all of his runs. And I remember him talking about it, that he had this challenge that he was doing that took him just 6 months to even practice. 6 months to practice. Like, that's something you don't really see just out in the open. You know, like, people don't go around saying, you know, these things because it doesn't make sense for the video to be like, hey, I spent 6 months on this, check this out. It doesn't make any sense. The video usually needs to be interesting and keep you invested instead of just 6 months worth of dumped content on it. But it sounds so much easier when you just say, oh, I could do a deathless run in this game. It can't be that bad. I've seen people do it on the internet. I could do it. That's how I was. And I've not really done deathless runs. I've only done like 100% achievements and speedruns. Like, I've never set out on doing a deathless run. Because my main stick has always been achievements and speedrunning. But when I went for that deathless run, Castlevania, in practice everything went so well. Everything was so nice, I was so happy. And immediately when I tried to go for it, all of that just fucking falls apart. I fall apart mentally, and I realize I'm not up for this. Not now, probably some other day. Like, I leave in disappointment, but I will return stronger, I suppose. But for now, we're gonna stick to the Stardew Valley. I need a break from so many things in life that I just wanna play games, you know. I wanna play games. I don't think I'm up for challenge, like challenge related things. Some other day maybe, but not now. Not right now. The only issue is that I just need to figure out what else to record, because I do want to record other things, but I also want something that I don't have to edit too much. That would be nice. But yeah, that has been my Castlevania story. I'm gonna put that idea on hold completely. I will not be touching Castlevania for a while. I think I'm done consuming Castlevania content for a good time, unless I like speedrun it for a bit, or the new Castlevania comes out in October. But until then, I'm done with it. I'm not touching Castlevania with like a 10-foot pole even. I'm keeping far, far away from that. Like, just the fact that the DS games have gone up higher in hours than the Advance Collection You know something's wrong, because I loved Aria of Sorrow, like I said. The Advanced Collection is arguably my favorite collection out of all of them. And just the fact that the DS collection has gone on top, yeah, it's not a good look. So we're just gonna go back to usual recordings until I figure out what else to play. I honestly just need a break. I really do. Just need a mental break. I'm just really tired too. I am seriously so exhausted. I could just go for a nap. I'd be happy with life. Probably gotta go back to playing Deadlock. Yes. I just want to play something else, man. I've had Castlevania on my mind for like a week straight. So I just need a break. I really just need a break from it. It's so bad. I hope you guys aren't too disappointed about this big idea I had. Just to be left without anything, you know. I hope it's not too disappointing, but it's so mentally exhausting, you know, when you think about it. Like, you put so much effort, so much patience. 5 hours in, runs dead. Back to the beginning. Like, it's just... If I was good at the Castlevania games and I could go faster, or like, if I allowed glitches, then yeah, I could probably learn them. And be done with it faster and easier. But I want to do a glitchless run. I really don't want to use glitches or something like that. I just want it to be as legit as it can. But after that 5-hour loss of time that I had just spent, it takes such a toll on your mental that I can't. I can't. My mental health has already been punched enough, I think, that as long as I can keep it stable to a certain extent, I'm fine. I'm happy with it. But what I was trying to do with Castlevania, that's not gonna keep it stable. That's just gonna make it worse. So yeah, I'm gonna finish this day of Stardew Valley, and then we're gonna end off the recording. So, hope you guys have been enjoying your day, you know, all the usual things that I say on this channel. Your day, your time, your morning, your night, your dinner, breakfast, whatever you're eating. Hopefully you have been enjoying your time. But this shall mark the end of this video. I'm gonna go play other games. I'm gonna go enjoy my time. Because, you know, I think I deserve it. I've tried to push myself so much. I think I just need a break. It's so nice to play this game again, man. God. It's so nice. Oh yeah, I think that's it from me. I love all of you guys. Take care of yourselves. I hope you enjoyed this 34-minute rant that I finally upload something after 3 days. 3 days and 3 hours. Oh well, I'm gonna go cry myself to sleep in disappointment now. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm gonna just play some games. But yeah, I love all of you guys. Take care of yourselves. If there's any ideas you have, feel free to give me some. And that's it from me. Bye bye.